Hey, everybody, what is going on? Serial Overdrive here, and today I'm playing Entropia Universe. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be talking about the latest and greatest update to Entropia Universe, which would be Entropia sort of Universe 17.5 or Update 17.5. So let's get into it. What's going on with this update? First off, you've got Codex updates, which means now Next Island and Toulon, I think that's how you say it. I probably said it wrong, but it is what it is. Those planets now have Codex missions. So feel free to head over there. You're going to have 1 year to complete all your old missions, and then Codex missions are sort of the new thing going forward. In addition to this, another big update is that Arcadia Moon Deeds are going to be sellable. So later on, you're going to see me sell pretty much all my Moon Deeds because we'll get into that. There's reasons. We'll get into that. And finally, with the Codex, there comes a sort of new Codex meta. And when I say meta, I mean literally meta. So if you look right up here, we've got this meta screen, and there's now attribute challenges in Entropia Universe. And what's going to happen is if you've played this game for a while, you're going to log in, and all of a sudden you're going to have a certain rank in these attribute challenges. You can see my rank is 28. It's going to be probably a lot lower than some of your ranks, but a lot higher than some of your ranks too. Everybody sort of ends up differently depending on how much you've played the game. And I think some like high level players I've talked to are like rank 100 plus. So that can give you an idea of like how high this thing can go, or maybe rank, I don't know. So some high level players are some pretty high ranks, basically. Leave it at that. And abilities, it tells you right here what these attributes do, but we'll go over everything. So agility is sort of what makes you run faster. Intelligence helps you with a lot of your looting skills and stuff like that. Psych is sort of a mind force thing. I think that's about all it does. Well, is that all it does? I'm trying to think. Psych is not a skill I use much, if we're being honest. But you do occasionally get it. You get it for Mind Force. And I think it is somewhat useful here and there, but I'm just spacing on where it is. Stamina is going to be useful because that increases your HP. So I think it's like every 10 stamina is 1 hit point. I believe that's what it's at now. We're going to get into that later. And strength is used to increase how much you can carry. Now, the other thing that happened with this update is they sort of changed the way these skills work. But first, I guess, let's just go into how this sort of meta works. The way the Codex meta system seems to work is that it calculates rewards based on what Codex challenges you've completed across all planets. So as you get farther and farther into these Codex challenges, these challenges are right here, you're going to get more and more meta points. And the higher the challenge or the harder the challenge, the more meta points you get. And I believe the way it works is if you're doing something like Chirpy, right? Let's say you get this challenge completed, it's going to give you less meta points at level rank 1 Chirpy challenge than completing like a rank 1 Hoglow challenge or something like that for your Codex. So that's sort of how the meta works. And now let's go ahead and give myself the skills here, because I think that's sort of something a lot of you guys are going to be interested in, just how I use the skills, and hopefully that'll give you guys some ideas for how you can use the skills too. So yeah, the other thing I wanted to cover is from some initial testing done by other players, it seems like there is sort of a max for all these skills, right? Like your agility can only get so high, and after that, it seems like there's not really much that the skills do. MindArk is going to let you keep increasing your skills, so you can have a level 1000 agility character or something crazy like that, but your agility or your speed is going to be about the same as a player that has something like 100 agility. So you can keep skilling up, you can keep getting skills, but it seems like after a point they become more and more sort of useless. Which makes it very easy if you're a new player to rank up to sort of where the mid-level to higher level players are. So if you're a new player, this is a good change. If you're an older player, it just means that these skills are going to be used in the future. So this is something, I guess, I was talking to Bayrock, and this is something it seems like a lot of Bayrock from my Discord. Get in my Discord, by the way, folks. There's a lot of good conversations going on there, and there's a lot of people who know more than me. So if you're interested in Entropia Universe and you want to learn more than Serial Overdrive has to offer, Discord is a great resource that you can use. So yeah, basically the way we're talking is it seems like they've introduced more of a Korean system, I guess, like Korean MMORPG system. You can keep skilling up, but what's going to happen is after a certain point, it's going to be it's not going to be a lot more work to get the skills, because it seems like the work is sort of, or I guess it does become a lot more work because it takes you more challenges to get the meta and all that. But after a certain point, the skills just aren't useful. What's happening is you're getting these skills and it's great, but they're just not as useful. I think there are going to be some exceptions to that rule. For instance, intelligence, from what I've found, goes into a lot of things that have to do with like how good your loot's going to be. So when it comes down to it, I think intelligence is going to be one of the more important skills to get. Stamina is also going to be one of the more important ones because that goes into HP. So I think intelligence, in my opinion, would be the first skill you should get, and then it should be stamina. After that, you should be looking at agility. Then I'd say strength, and then psych. Again, this is going to depend, right? Like psyche, you're going to want to increase if you're going for mind force or something like that. Generally, for myself, I'm using more of rifles and sometimes melee, and very rare, well, occasionally mind force. So personally, my increases, the way I'm going to do it is intelligence and stamina. Those are the two sort of rewards I'm looking for the most. After that, we're going for strength and agility, and then finally psyche. So let's start increasing the skills. Let's pull up our skill bar right here so you guys can see sort of where I'm ranking with everything. So you can see here 58 agility, 125 health, 47 intelligence, 31 psyche, 1 stamina, and 22 strength. So right now what's going to happen is when I go for the stamina, that's going to increase faster than intelligence, but these are all fairly low, so you're going to get more skills. Let's pop the system open here so we can just see the rewards, and let's go ahead and start claiming the rewards. So here we've got agility or strength. I'm going to go with agility because I always like to be a little bit faster. Strength is good if you want more inventory weight. So I think actually my weight's pretty low here. I think 314, I think 300 something's roughly where your weight's sort of maxed out. Getting to 300 is getting to 300 is super easy, and after that, it's like strength doesn't really do that much for your inventory, but it will slowly increase it. Let's actually go ahead and do that though, because from what we found, or from a lot of testing people have done, it seems like the nerf, and this is a nerf, because agility and I think agility used to do a lot more. And it seems like now your characters are a bit slower, and people are saying sort of the same thing about strength. If you had a higher level strength character, a higher level agility character, they're now running a little bit slower and they can carry a little bit less, supposedly. I haven't tested this myself, so this is all sort of secondhand knowledge. But let's go ahead and get strength and see what happens. So here we go. We're getting strength. We almost got 1 whole skill point. That's pretty good. How's my inventory looking? Can I carry any extra weight? No, I cannot. All right, so let's go on to the next one. So here you can see it, intelligence, psyche, or strength. I think it's psyche, not psych. Anyways, we're going to go intelligence because that goes into looting professions, and that's always good. So let's get that intelligence skill. You can see here a little bit less intelligence and strength because my intelligence is higher, but that's sort of expected. Next up, agility and stamina. We go stamina because we want that HP. Let's hit that. So there we go. Claim the next reward. We've got agility, intelligence, psyche, stamina, or strength. So we get to choose from all of them. In this case, for me personally, I'm going to go with intelligence, but there is a really good case to be made going for stamina because, again, the more HP you have, the better it is for you because it means that when mobs hit you, you've got more health, and more health means you can take more damage, and that's generally seen as a good thing. The only thing to remember here is I think... Actually, this doesn't affect much, but I think that there's been a slight nerf of regen, so you're going to regen your HP a little bit slower. So there's been some nerfs that have happened, so pay attention to that. So let's go intelligence. Got some intelligence. Next up, intelligence or psyche. Intelligence, 100%. Let's claim that. Next up, agility or strength. So I'm going to go strength here because I just want to see if it's going to increase my inventory and how much I can hold. So let's just hit that strength button. Let's see what we got. Again, nothing there. So let's keep claiming rewards. Intelligence, psyche, strength. We go intelligence. Next up, agility or stamina. We're going to go stamina. We want that HP. And I think we've got to close this to refresh it. Let's see if it does. So my health is roughly equal to my agility right now. Let's open it up again. Oh, not professions. On skills. And now you can see my health is way above where my agility was. So you can see right there, just from 2 stamina increases, we've got a pretty decent increase in our health. So that's really good to see. So let's go intelligence again. Intelligence, 100%. Agility or strength. Let's go strength. I really want to see that weight increase, and I'm not seeing it here. So let's keep going, I guess. Intelligence, psyche, or strength. We're going to go intelligence. Stamina right here. That's always good to see. Look at these increases too. For stamina, you can see how much more it is than intelligence. So you can see just how fast you gain skills as a new player versus how fast you're going to gain them as an older player. Ooh, so I'm actually going to go stamina here because I do like that HP. So let's just bump that up again. Intelligence. So I think stamina might be number 1 for me just because of how low my stamina is and how much it increases your HP. I think stamina might be the first thing I want to go for. I'm going to go strength again just because I want to see... See, I'm not seeing any increase in weight. I'm guessing I'm not going to see any increase in my agility. It's actually more efficient, I think, just to buy a ring that can increase your speed. But, you know, it is what it is. We're going to keep going intelligence here because I want that intelligence. Obviously, we're going stamina with this one. Let's see. Intelligence here. You can see every time it's pretty much a 1 PED increase in your skills. So that's sort of set in stone, it seems like. It's just your ranks are going to be harder and harder to get as time goes on. I'm going to go agility. Let's just do it. Why not? So we're going to do we're going to do agility there. Let's keep doing intelligence. Let's do stamina. Oh, should I do intelligence or stamina here? I'm tempted. I'm going to do stamina. Let's just hit that. Intelligence, psyche, intelligence. Agility or strength. Since I'm not seeing that inventory increase, I'm going to go with agility now. Let's just improve that so I can run a bit faster. And that was the last skill. We just went through 28 ranks. And you can see my next rank here, if I left this hover over, is going to be 1 PD of intelligence, psyche, or strength. The total that we ended up with, if you look right here, if we go to... attributes, you can see my health basically went up 1 HP, 1 hit point. I've got 60 agility, 57 intelligence, 31 psyche, 7 stamina, and 26 strength. So that's not too bad. And yeah, overall, it's sort of a cool idea to give you attributes easier. In the past, attributes have just been so hard to get, and now it's way easier. If you're an older player and you've spent a lot of time skilling this up, this might not be best for you, but since these can't be chipped out, MindArk really hasn't cost anyone any money. Going for some coffee there. They haven't really cost anyone any money. All they've really done is made it easier for players to get to the point where, well, higher level players are. You can see here I also got a profession level increase, so I'm a better vehicle structural engineer. As you get more and more of these attributes, I think I'm saying it wrong or right, depending on, honestly, it's probably dependent on like where you live. So I'm saying it right in 2 places, I guess, or wrong in 2 places. But yeah, it's sort of cool to see. The challenges, I guess they're made to be faster to load, but personally, I'm not a fan of this look. I like the old codex look better. But it's nice now. You can sort it by name, so it's a lot easier to find stuff. So if you want, like, you know, something that you can't spell, or let's say you want Aatrox, right? You just type it in, now you've got it. I love that system. That's better than what they had previously, so that's always good to see. And then also, let's go to the auctioneer here, because there's something I want to show you guys, something that's available now. Let's sort here. You guys know what I'm doing. But look at this. Arcadia Moon Deeds are now sellable. And people are selling them 44 PEDs. So you know what that means. I've got my deeds right here. You know, I've got an Arcadia Underground deed. I've got to throw that in there. I've got 14 Arcadia Moon Deeds. I got these from Compat Deeds. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna put them up for sale because honestly, Arcadia Moon Deeds aren't paying out as well as some of the other deeds. So if I can get 44 PEDs for them, which is pretty good to be honest, I'm gonna take it. So what I'm gonna do is just dump a bunch of these deeds on auction. I'm gonna split them up and sell them as single shares because that's sort of the way to go. It seems like you've got someone selling it for 43 PEDs. So what I'm gonna do, and you guys are gonna watch me sort of sell all my Arcadia Moon Deeds here. I'm going to put my shares up. I'm going to do 43 PEDs because I'm looking for a fast sale. I don't think this price is going to be holding. I could be wrong on this. I'm probably wrong on this. But what you're going to see me doing here, selling my Arcadia Moon Deeds, and then probably off camera, off video, I'm going to be buying some different deeds. I'm looking at maybe Arcadia Underground or Crystal Palace deeds. So let's go ahead and sell that. It's under the auction, what it's typically selling for. So you can see here, it says the markup for the day is 34 PDs, 33 for the week. So the deeds are definitely selling low, but for some reason right now, people are just buying them out. So I think there might be some market manipulation or something like that going on here. You can see like typical sales are sort of more in the 30s instead of the 40s. My hope, though, is that if I can get these on the market and there's nobody else selling for lower, there's going to be a lot of people buying them. So let's go ahead and do that. And before you guys are like, Serial Overdrive is scamming people, I'm not. Like, if you come to the market and you want to buy these deeds and this is the price that you're willing to buy them at, that's cool. I wouldn't recommend it. This is literally in my video, so like, I'm not helping myself here. So let's do 43. Let's do 42 on some of these deeds too, so people think they're getting a deal. They're not going to be looking at who's selling it. They're just going to see, oh, someone sold one at 42. They're probably going to jump on that. And for me, it's free PDs because basically I invested in combat deeds, which failed, and then they converted those into Arcadia Moon deeds, and those have not done too well either. So, yeah, I'm just happy I can dump these things. To be honest, happy to get rid of them. Let's see what are people selling like 2 packs for, right? The crazy thing here is it looks like people have been buying out like big amounts. So you can see with the moon deeds, here you go. You've got someone selling a 5-pack here for 216 PDs. So let's I'm curious what the math is on that. 216 PDs for those deeds. So if we run this through 216, we divide that by 5, 43.2 PDs a deed at 216. What I want to do, I'm going to take 5 deeds, right? I'm going to sell them at 40 PDs a deed, which is 200. I think someone's going to go for that. I think someone is going to be willing to buy that, and I'm going to be saving a little bit of money on markup. So let's just go ahead and throw those up. Actually, let's not do 200. Let's do 5 times 42, let's say. 210. So I'm going to try and get 210 PDs for these. I think if someone searches for moon deeds, it's going to come up as lowest on the buyout. I think percentage-wise that's how it's going to work. Or no, it won't. It won't work that way because it's not a percent thing. But yeah, I think someone might buy this. We've got someone selling at 216 here. I think I can sell 210. Because that's why you want to do low, right? Because you see here, even though I'm offering a cheaper price than my 1 PD, 1 deed offerings, it's going to show up way back here. So a lot of people won't do that. They're just going to go Arcadia Moon deeds, and they'll buy 5 right here, and they're going to be paying more money for it. So yeah, let's go ahead and split these up into ones and just dump them on the market too, because why not? I think the price is going to go down personally. So yeah, I'm all about selling these things, especially if I can get these PDs for it. I'm selling all of them. The reason I'm selling all these deeds is because if I say I'm selling all my deeds, it's going to be a really good YouTube title. And a lot of you guys are going to click it to see what I'm doing. And maybe you'll be interested, maybe you won't be. Let's see. But yeah, I think there's a bit of market manipulation going on early. So, well, let's see what happens. They might not actually be worth this much. They might be worth way less. But let's see. So there we go. All the moon deeds are for sale. Serial Overdrive is officially emptying his inventory of moon deeds, and let's see. Hopefully they sell. Otherwise, I wasted a ton of PDs just throwing these things on market so I can get a good video title. Also, let's see what else is up for sale here. So we got some high-level stuff. Look at this. We got a Ring of Fire hunting lodge. Do you think that's something I should invest in, a hunting lodge? Would anyone come see me if I was living in a hunting lodge off in Rocktropia? Probably not. I'm not going to buy a hunting lodge. There's nothing cool up. I was wondering if there's going to be like a land area or something like that. So yeah, my overall goal, my goal in this game, what was it? What did it used to be? Some of you guys who are OG know this, but my goal in Entropia Universe used to be literally just to buy a land area. So I was trading, I was doing everything like that, and the whole goal here, the whole reason behind existing in Entropia Universe, I'm going to just go on a quick hunting run so we can not pad this video out, but make it a little bit longer, get some cool stuff here. The whole gameplay, the whole reason I used to play Entropia Universe was I wanted to own a land area. And my assumption was like I just trade my way up, I could do it. Obviously we're many years, even decades into the future, and I still don't own a land area. So you can see, ooh, items fully repaired. So I've got my amp on there, but we're almost out of juice in this gun, but let's go hunting. So yeah, the big goal I had used to be just to own a land area. And the whole, I wanted to be a free-to-play player that owned a land area because I thought that would be crazy, right? Like, it's such a big amount of money to buy one. So I was like, all right, that's pretty unobtainable. But if I can do that, that would be awesome. So yeah, I don't own a land area. I never made it that far, but I did do pretty good. I ended up buying Calypso land deeds at 1,000 PDs a deed. Now they're worth, I think, 2.5. So that's significantly increased what my avatar's value is worth. And right now, I think the right land area, I might just barely be able to pull it if I liquefied my account. You can see here 2.4K, so like I could get quite a few PDs, right? Like we're talking a decent amount for 20 CLDs. Then you throw in my Arcadia land deed, or Arcadia moon deeds now, my Arcadia underground deeds, my Crystal Palace deeds, and all that. I think I could walk away with a decent amount of PEDs. I could use those to buy land area. The thing is, I'm not going to be doing that. And yeah, here's the reasoning, right? I don't know why we're getting into this, but basically the old Serial Overdrive, the goals, what I had envisioned for my avatar was just to own a land area and be this huge avatar that sort of made a living playing Entropia Universe. I was young back then. I thought $1,000 a month was like golden. If I made $1,000 a month, I could live like a king. I'd never need to work. And spoiler alert for some of you folks out there who are younger, you can't live. Wow. Most of you cannot live off $1,000 a month. That's way below poverty, right? Like you're really having some tough times in life if you're living off that. No offense to anyone living off that, right? Like I know in some countries that's actually a decent amount of money. The thing is, where I live in the U.S., that's not a decent amount of money. Like, yeah, it's no secret. I'm in Boston, right? Decent amount of money is not $12,000 a year, okay? And yeah, it's just like that's not even possible for me. But yeah, I used to think that was the goal, and I thought with the land area I could do that. I've run the numbers since, and I don't think the land area that I could afford would let me even make that much. But yeah, that was always the goal. And the land area is more of an active investment too. So what you're seeing here is sort of the first time I've played Entropia Universe in a long time. So basically, like Black Ops, Call of Duty, Black Ops Cold War came out. Okay, I started playing that game because in Call of Duty, I'm not a huge multiplayer fan, but I really do love the stories that those games come up with. Ever since like the Modern Warfare days, or like 2007, I always used to play the story first because I really did love the story. The multiplayer I like, and the multiplayer is where you spend a lot of your time, but the story in Call of Duty always blows me away. And yeah, this I guess this release season, they released a pretty short story. We're talking like 9 hours or something like that, which is perfect for me, right? Older, I've got a job, I've got stuff to do. I hate those games, and I think Cyberpunk's gonna be like this. I'm super psyched for Cyberpunk, but the problem is a lot of these games I just don't have the time to get into. So this is like with The Witcher. I always love playing The Witcher 3, right? Like I sit down, I play it, I get immersed in the story, and then like 10 hours of gameplay go by. We're almost a week into it. And then like something comes up and I'm just busy for a week. And then I get back into it for another couple hours, and then another couple hours later. And by the time I'm halfway through the story, I have no idea what's going on. So like Witcher 3, I never completed because I've literally I get halfway through and I'm just like, what is going on? And then Skyrim, it was a whole different problem. I did all these side quests and completely forgot about the main story. So yeah, I don't think I've ever beat Skyrim. I don't think I've ever beat Skyrim either. I beat all the guilds. I remember I became an assassin and started killing off whole towns. I was a goddamn serial killer in the Skyrim, but I was not a completionist there. I went to every inch of Whiterun and did all sorts of crazy stuff, but I never beat the game. That's a little embarrassing. My face is turning red. This is why we don't have a face cam. But yeah, I get busy. So the thing I like about Call of Duty is it's on rails, right? You just select whichever game mode you want to play in. And if it's too hard, like I used to be the guy that would be like, I've got to play a game on very hard because that means I'm maximizing my time. And, Call of Duty used to be the hail of grenades that would drop down on you. It was like God, the clouds part, the sun comes out, and grenades are just falling all around you. And your whole goal's like, all right, let's memorize where the grenades fall because we're not surviving this round, but next time we're gonna revive at the checkpoint. You run left 2 steps, right 2 steps, grenades blow up on your left, you go forward 2 steps, don't go forward 3 because there's another grenade. Anyways though, like that used to be my thing, right? So now that I'm older, I don't have as much time. The way I do it is just Call of Duty, put it sort of maybe like veteran, like not easy mode but not hard mode, play through the story. It took me like 9 or 10 hours. I was putting out some YouTube videos on it because basically anytime I get stuck, once I figure out how to get unstuck, I figure there's going to be someone that has the same question, so I throw out the videos. And if you didn't notice, they were doing pretty good. I know a lot of you guys like dislike those right off the bat, which, you know, it is what it is. I understand why you're doing it, but like, come on, guys, let's be real here. You know, I'm not just playing Entropia Universe. It's never been that way. But yeah, basically, like, you know, the video comes out and they were doing really good, so I figured I'd just keep up with Call of Duty for a while, and that was what I was playing. Not in Entropia Universe. I was playing Call of Duty. And, you know, some of you people weren't happy with that. You were upset because Serial Overdrive was talking about a different game than Entropia Universe. And I don't know. It is what it is. I don't even know how we got here. But yeah, it was such a fun game. So I haven't been playing. I didn't play Entropia Universe for maybe like 2 or 3 weeks now. This is sort of my first time back in the game. I wanted to make this video for you guys, especially before Cyberpunk drops. Like, not gonna lie, Cyberpunk 2077 comes out. That's gonna be like a huge time sink for me, and that's okay, right? Like, Entropia Universe is a great game because you can come back to it after a while, and it's still gonna be the same game. Nothing's really changed. Which, you know, if that's the only thing you play, it sort of sucks because there's no updates or anything like that. But if you come back to it after some time, it's not like Skyrim. It's not like Witcher 3. You don't come back and all of a sudden there's like, you know, the sky's red and fireballs are being shot at you and stuff's just going nuts. You know, Aatrox all of a sudden have armor. Don't use that idea, MindArk. Don't start putting armor on mobs because that's gonna make it harder for us. But no, like, you don't come back and things have gone nuts. You come back and it's still that classic Entropia Universe feel, and that's one of the things I like about it, right? But that means sometimes I'm not gonna play it for too long. But yeah, I'm never gonna give up on Entropia Universe. A few people are like, "Oh yeah, I saw you doing COD. I saw your channel growing. You're not done with Entropia, are you?" Or they think I'm done with Entropia. It's like, no, like, I've always played whatever games I like, and an extra 1,000 subscribers or whatever it is doesn't do anything. Because I know the majority of people, right? The majority of people who watch these videos, the people who are still in it, are like, they really enjoy this content, and I enjoy making it. So like, let's just keep this going. Worst case scenario, I'd probably do it on Twitch. And, you know, those people, they appreciate it. And usually they show their appreciation by liking my other videos. And that's why some of my other videos do good, right? Like, with Call of Duty, some of those videos did really good. I'm not going to lie. Like, the money is pretty decent, actually. Like, you know, I don't lie. Like, YouTube generally doesn't make me enough money that I, like, significantly look at it as, like, ooh, I should be doing this. But, there's a significant amount of money in Call of Duty videos. It surprised me. I didn't expect that. Like, right off the bat when I just started putting those videos out, I'm like, yeah, we'll get some views. One of the videos, I think when I dropped this, one of the videos has gotten over 10,000, gotten over 100,000 views in under a month, which is a crazy amount. And, yeah, surprisingly, there's actually, like, legitimate money there. Like, money that is not something that, you know, yeah, there's legitimate money there. I don't think YouTube allows me to actually say how much, and I don't want to get my channel banned or anything like that. But it's legit. So of course, like, why wouldn't I play these games when they're released? Like, I'm into them. I like playing them. And then when I put out little videos like that and they do good, I get a significant bump in income. So yeah, I like that. And when you guys hit the like button and you support that, I always appreciate that, because then it just means those videos do all that much better, and it gives me the opportunity to actually upgrade a lot of the stuff I've got too, because then I can justify it, right? Like, right now I've got a nice sort of mechanical keyboard here. It's a Durgod Venus, sort of one of those smaller keyboards. It's like a 60% keyboard. Really like it. Well, my mouse isn't in yet, but I've got I think it's a G502 coming. So I'm sort of liking that because it's a nice mouse. It's actually a mouse that a lot of sort of big time, like, sort of gamers use, I guess. But I tried it out. It has like a nice sort of click to it. The scroll wheel doesn't have a squeaky sound, which is what my current mouse has. It's a feature, not a bug. The squeaky sound's a feature. You know, you're scrolling in case your fingers starts acting out. You know what's going on. But yeah, it doesn't have a squeaky sound to it. And I'm happy about that, right? Because it's gonna give me a few more buttons to press and stuff like that. So it's gonna be good for games like Entropia, where you can hotkey a few extra things to your mouse. And if you guys haven't noticed, I think I talked about this last video, but basically, new microphone. So this is actually a more expensive microphone, a much more expensive microphone than what I was using before. And to go with that, because this is an XLR microphone, it's a Procaster, you need something to convert that. So I got a Go XLR, which is sort of the classic streamer thing. You can bleep stuff out like that, and all sorts of crazy stuff. You can also mute things and all that, which is really good for streaming if I ever decide to use my Twitch more than I do now, which is pretty much every couple months I'll do a Entropia Universe hunt on Twitch. But if I ever do use Twitch more, this thing's going to be awesome for that. And even though I'm not using Twitch right now, it's still just an awesome it's an awesome way to get my XLR sort of microphone input into my laptop. And yeah, the fact that you guys are actually supporting the channel, hitting likes on videos that you probably don't like, and then watching these Entropia Universe videos really helps me grow things and improve things and just get better gear for this, right? The next upgrades, obviously, monitor I've got is actually pretty nice. It's 27 inch. I think it's 32 inch, 29 inch. It's a big monitor. It's big enough that Entropia Universe looks a bit shit on it. I'm not gonna lie. Like Call of Duty Black Ops, I'm playing that game. I'm like, oh, such a good, so much better because I got this monitor. Entropia Universe, I blow it up to full screen. I'm like, whew, it's a little rough looking, little rough. But part of it's because I don't have the settings on high because this laptop I've got here just, I don't know, for some reason, like, it can play Cold War, right? It can play all the new games. It's got an RX 580 in it. It can't do Entropia Universe on very high. You do that and just things start blowing up. So yeah, that's where we stand. And I guess this is a long-winded way of me saying thank you and letting you guys know to expect there's going to be some Cyberpunk stuff coming out and less Entropia Universe content, more Cyberpunk 2077, but Entropia Universe content will be back. So what's going to happen too is if you have notifications on, you'll get all these notifications and you'll hate me for it. And if you turn notifications off, just, in a couple weeks, come back to my channel and you'll probably see some Entropia Universe stuff, or I'll still be doing Cyberpunk. Who knows? Maybe I'll be doing, I don't know, Starfish River or something. I don't know what, I forget the name of the game, whatever it is. I might be doing something else too. You never know, right? But if you come back to my video or my channel every so often, eventually you're gonna see Entropia Universe back in the sort of weekly or monthly rotation as it is now, and then you guys can jump back in and be happy. I want to remind you that too, because this is for some reason the way the algorithm works is even if you like Entropia Universe videos, if you haven't clicked on a Serial Overdrive video, like if I do Black Ops a lot, then these videos get less views because all of a sudden all the Entropia Universe people aren't notified that this video comes out and they never know to watch it, and then they'll come back in a couple months and be like, oh wow, Serial, you started doing Entropia Universe again. I thought you were gone. And it's like, no, I stopped playing for a couple weeks and the YouTube algorithm punished me. They punished me for doing what I want to do. So this is a video letting you know, like, Cyberpunk 2077. Actually, this is a video about the whole upgrade, but now we're just talking shit. But yeah, basically, expect that. Expect some videos to be coming out. If you do hit the like button, if you do comment or do anything like that, just know I appreciate it. I really do. Ooh, all right, we're out of go-go juice for that gun. I don't think I have another weapon to use, do I? Oh boy, I wonder if I can. Let's just try it. I'm just gonna pull out some random weapon and see if I can't blow this thing away with it. I might be able to. Let's see. Let's see if I can just kill the Aatrox with a LBP6. So if you are an Entropia Universe player, know that this is not the way to go. Put on the best armor you've got and then just blow a mob away with a gun that's way too low. But I just want to get this. I want to get that kill. If this is a global, it's going to be 100% worth it. If it isn't, I don't recommend it. You can see too the way the Aatrox heals. It's just it's sort of out healing my gun by too much, so it doesn't work. Anyways, let's loot that. Loot wasn't good, and let's pull off the armor die and see where we're at. But yeah, just heads up. Expect some Cyberpunk stuff. Know it's coming, and then know that Entropia Universe will be back. And hopefully you guys are up for Cyberpunk, because that game looks awesome. Honestly, like, a huge fan of the Cyberpunk genre. For those of you guys who don't know, like, I've talked about this in other videos over the past, like, couple of years, how much I like Neuromancer and Gibson and all that great stuff, right? So, like, I'm super psyched for it. I know some of you guys might not care. You're just going to play Entropia Universe or whatever. But for me, I'm pumped for that game. I'm hoping that it lives up to the hype. Nice RPG. I love Deus Ex. I know the developers behind Cyberpunk like it too, so that gives me some hope. Yeah, so we went out with about 50 PD. Wow, we went out with 50 PDs of ammo. A little bit more, actually, I think, because we had some Universal. You can see Universal's pretty much killed here. We got about 1 PD left. in loot, when we throw this in, we got 28 PDs. So we got about 29, 30 PDs. We lost 20 PDs right off the bat. And what we lost in repairs would be, yeah, this is gun. About 12 PDs. So we probably lost about 30 PDs on this run, which isn't really that good. I've had a lot of luck with Aatrox before. So this is probably just a bad run, hopefully. Or it's been 3 weeks. I was sort of hoping MindArk would give me that like welcome back global and we get that on video, but we didn't. Obviously, it didn't work out. So yeah, that's where we stand. That's what's going on with the channel. That's sort of some of the upgrades I've made. That's what the upgrades that were made to Entropia Universe. Make sure you get those skills, because despite what just happened to me, this upgrading these skills is going to help you do better in the game. And yeah, hopefully this video helps out. I'm going to take off the arm guards. I just realized I was still wearing them. It's a little embarrassing, frankly. All right, there we go. Anyways, yeah, that's it. That's all for today. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, peace.